on the track.
In my time zone when my mind's gone and I'm flying home and I'm stressed out and I'm tempted to get that styrofoam and go pull it up, but you know what's up and you know that ain't gon' solve nothing. I mean, Lord forbid I might fall or something and I'm all another cause to hold me down like bed straps at a psych ward. It's killing me, but you still with me when I fight hard and you digging me when I'm egging you. Deal with me when my car's pulled. Could've dealt with me, but you fell for me before I fell for you. Keep me on that right path and the right math. It's you plus nothing's everything. You my everything. Sing. You ain't gotta question my allegiance, cause the way you love me, I could never leave you. I need you.
By my side, thick and thin, highs and lows, don't let go. We gon' ride, we gon' win, don't know how, all I know. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed. You, all I ever needed. You're all I ever needed.
How did I fall in this? No condition that get a mention, but you offer this unconditional love, I swear I sell it all for this. Trying to keep it together, forget my awkwardness. But often it's just you and me off in this. Valley of shadows, and I know they trying to pick me off.
To keep you in a certain state, we.
Noah's Janus and Jamborees.
Janus and Jamborees, as they spoke against Moses in the wilderness, we
withstood Moses, so do those also resist the truth.
They resist the truth. What is the truth? The laws according to the Bible. Everything that is written in the Bible was written for a testimony of things to come.
That's right.
Give me Revelation. The book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward. They judge for reward. They judge for payment. That is what we continually coming out here to teach our people. It's more than just going to church on Sunday. All of these things are lies we were taught. Anybody have any questions? They know who we are according to the Bible? Read. And the priests teach for hire. The priests teach for hire. If any of these pastors have to show up here, you have to pay them. Read. And the prophets, therefore, divine for money. They divine for money. All the works, the songs that they're singing, when Benny Hinn coming down here, is 100,000 US to spend. Read. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, it is not the Lord amongst us. It's not the Lord amongst us. This is what they say because they are prosperous, right? Read. None evil can come upon us. None evil can come upon us. So this Bible is very simple to understand. Precept upon precept. It's written for a testimony. Read it.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
So this is the description of the Messiah. His feet like unto fine brass. Who's this white devil in the church here portraying as Christ then? You have never read this in the Bible. The Bible has been closed all the time while you clapping and singing your way to destruction. This is the sleep that we have been put under. Read that 1 Timothy 4 and 4. Read it. Sorry.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
So the Messiah, according to the Bible, is a black man.
That's right.
A brown-skinned man. Not no white pasty, brown-haired devil.
That's right.
This is what the Bible says. And until we come back and hear these words, we will not receive salvation. Give it an Isaiah 30 and verse 12. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 4. 1 Timothy, chapter 1 and verse 1. 4 and 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the last time, that in the latter time, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirit and doctrine of devils. Doctrines of devils. Christmas is a doctrine of devil.
That's
Easter is a doctrine of devil.
That's right.
Valentine's Day, homosexual day,
That's right.
Mother's Day, Father's Day. All of these things have nothing to do with the Most High, nothing to do with the Messiah Christ, nothing to do with the Bible. Read
Get
up.
out!
Speaking lies in hypocrisy. Speaking lies in hypocrisy. Because they talk about the Bible, they talk about salvation, they talk about God, but do nothing God says. That is hypocrisy. Read. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Their conscience is seared with a hot iron. You ever iron in your clothes and burn and patch your garments? That is how these doctrines are in our minds. We have been taught lies for so long that it has become our truth. Read. Forbidden to marry and commanding to abstain from meat. That is our people today. The black person, the black marriage rate is low. We don't marry. Our men jumping from bed to bed. Read. Which God had created to be received with thanksgiving. So this is why a pastor read here and say, right, I can eat anything. But the received with thanksgiving are those meats that are clean in Leviticus 11 chapter.
That's right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore doth...
Okay. One praises, man. Deuteronomy 5 and verse 6. So you want to know about the Sabbath day, right? Come to say now, bro. I have questions. Yeah? There's a dialogue, it's not just, So read it. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Let me ask you a question. You keep the Sabbath day in the church? They keep it Sunday. Alright, what church you go to if you don't mind me asking? Unity? Okay. So why do they do that on a Sunday then? Let's put a 40 low. Yeah. Well, our Christianity on a whole, they keep church on the Sunday. But this is why the Bible says, study to show thyself approved. You need to be studying the Bible. The Bible never say read it like a novel and then sing and clap. It says to study the Bible so you have understanding of good doctrine of what is bad, and you can identify what is right and what is wrong based on what is being done. Right?
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God.
If anybody had to tell you about God, about the Bible, they need to prove it according to the scriptures, right? So I'm going to read for you where the Bible says, talks about the Sabbath day, right? Read. Verse 7. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Thou shalt not make any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. So this is going into the 10 commandments, the commandments that were given, the main ones, right? Let me have Exodus 20, obviously. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. Verse 12. Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it, as the Lord thy God had commanded thee. He said keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it. Sanctify means to set apart or keep holy, right? Read. 6 days thou shalt labor and do all thy work. Let me ask you a question. How many days are there in the week today? 7, right? So it says 6 days. That's not, hold on. It says 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Go. So, what is the first day of the week? First day of the week is Sunday. The week starts on Sunday. Yeah. So, what will be the 7th day of the week? Saturday. So how easy that was? Real simple, right? And according to the Bible, the day starts at sundown. So that is why they will keep the Sabbath from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's the Sabbath day according to the Bible. That's scripturally accurate. So if you go and ask them this question, so why we do it on a Sunday? These things were done through the Roman Catholic Church. They brought these changes, and it was done to keep our people from keeping the law. Exactly. If we had a picture of him there, he was a brown skinned man. Alright. So where all these lies, why all these, you never ask yourself, why then? You know it already? Well, okay, just so, hold on, right? So hear this. If you stand up in the road and you hear somebody come and speed in here, a car come and speed and blowing a horn. The speed and come and blowing the horn, and you stand up in the road, right? You do not move out of the road, what will happen to you? So you know these things, you saw these signs, but you did nothing to change your life. Well, but you're still in the church, that's what I'm saying. Because these things are just signs for you to know, understand that you're being lied to and you have to do certain things. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But do you know who you are according to the Bible? Where's your father, if you don't mind me asking? Is he a Negro, is he a East Indian or Caucasian? Is he a Negro? Your father is a Negro, right? Okay, cool. According to the Bible, the so-called Negroes are the Israelites by the flesh, according to the Bible. Would you like me to prove that and show you that according to the Bible? And why is that important? If you don't know where you are, where you came from, how you know where you're going? Exactly. Right? So let me show you now, according to the Bible, why I'm telling you, and by extension, the so-called Negroes are the Israelites. You heard about the Israelites, right? You know who are the Israelites? Those are God's chosen people. He sent his son for him. It's all over the Bible. But they taught us that, forget that everybody's an Israelite, right? That's nonsense, read. Let me Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'll jump straight to verse 16. Actually, go to verse 15 first, sorry. So the Bible, Moses prophesied. Moses prophesied from the beginning what will happen to the Israelites in the latter days, in the last times, which is now. Exactly. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So the scripture says from the top, declaring the end. Read over.
Declaring the end from the beginning.
That's what we're now going to read for you here. It was declared from the beginning what will happen in the end. My brother, good night. Yeah, man. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So you know about Moses when he came with the tablets of stone with the commandments, right? He brought it to the Israelites and said, listen, these are the laws of God, sprinkle the blood on them. He said, this is what you shall do. So he's saying, if you don't do these commandments, curses are going to befall you. And that's what happened with us. We didn't keep the commandments, right? So you're going to get some of the curses to see who this lines up with on the face of the earth. Jump down to verse 16. Come this way now, let me show you. I'll show you the boards. I have visuals here. So once... Oh, you come already?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the Lord will bring us into slavery again with ships. Because when Moses delivered us out of Egypt, we were slaves there, right? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So he said he will bring us unto slavery again with ships.
if we don't keep the laws, right? This is what happened to us in the year 1619 in slavery. This is how we got on this side of the world in slavery. That's what the Bible prophesied there, thousands of years before. This is how our people by and large got here. It is. It's our history book. So that is why I said the curses are on us for a sign and for a wonders. That is a curse in the Bible as well. So this here happened to no other people but our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Amerindians. When Christopher Columbus came, he took these people and put them on a boat and sent them into Europe as slaves. These are our people. Exactly. All of these things are lies. So the question remains now that you have all this knowledge, which you understand, you have all this information now, because guess what? You more edified than a lot of the people in this country right now. You have this information now. What are you going to do with it? What is the purpose of it? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him.
Let me ask you a question, bro. You have a girlfriend? You have a girlfriend, right? How long are you going around? 3 years? Excess, 2 years. 3 years, right? So you had sex, obviously. Alright, cool. You know that's sin according to the Bible? No, let me explain. I'm going to show you according to the Bible. The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, a man entice her, your lyrics smooth. They entice you. What you talk, your smooth talk, they entice you, right? She's not betrothed to anyone else, read. I will tell me that have sex with her, read. He shall surely endure her to be his wife. He shall surely endow her to be his wife. So meaning, if you go sexually to a woman, you are supposed to have the mindset to have a marriage. So if that's not the case, I know you're just flinging around, that is sin, bro. And that is death according to the Bible. Right? Give me Leviticus 21 and verse 5. Do you know a man is supposed to have a beard according to the Bible? All of these things are basics. Huh? That is sizzler. All of these things are basics. Right? Read.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
So we're not supposed to be taking tattoos. Tattoos is unlawful. Having your head clean like Michael Jordan is unlawful, according to the Bible. And a man destroying the natural lining of his beard. Now, if that is the way how your beard does go, bro, right. But if you're taking a razor and shave it, cleaning your beard, that's sin according to the Bible. Now you might ask, or you might be hearing, well, the Bible says the law's done away, so what am I really telling you here? What? No, I'm trying to expound on certain things, because this is the next thing, man. When you go away from here, God's will, they're going to go away from here, and then you're going to hear, but this man was reading about the law for me. I remember in the New Testament, God said the law done away with. Correct? Right? The law that was done away with was the sacrificial law. There were other laws for us to keep. Exactly. So you could kill a man now. If the law done away, then you can kill somebody. No, but that's what I say now. If they say the law is done away with, could you kill somebody? And that's our law. Exactly. You know what like scriptures you're talking about there? That's scriptures, you know, saying no, this is what I'm saying. We have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. We were never really taught. We hear a lot of things, we recite a lot of things, but we never were able to prove it according to the scriptures and what we're supposed to do and how to live righteously. So give me Deuteronomy 6 and 2.
Book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal for God, of God, but not according to knowledge.
According to knowledge of the Bible. We were never taught. Like how I'm telling you, hey, this scripture says this. We were never taught that. So give me Romans 7 and verse 7.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
This is what righteousness is, right? Read.
If we observe to do all these commandments.
If we observe to do the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. That is what righteousness is. Then we read it over here. Read it over.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
It shall be our right. This is what righteousness is according to the Bible. Not going to church on Sunday, not eating your pork, because all of those things written are those things are sin. Yes. Right? Nice, sweet.
If we observe to do all these commandments.
If we observe to keep the commandments of the Most High, that is what righteousness is. So, the young lady with bro, try and get married. Right? That should be the modus operandi. No, I'm not telling you to rush it. I am reading the scriptures for you. As the scriptures say, every man had to work out their salvation with fear and trembling. But if you didn't know, now you know. Exactly. Now if you didn't know, now you know. Now you gotta do better. And if you don't do better, that's still according to the Bible. Right?
No, you're going to be angry. Well, too much people can be angry.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and 7.
Is the same Paul who say the Lord done away with, who the quote and say the Lord, he say the Lord's done away with. I hear what he say.
What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid.
And is the law sin? Is the laws of keeping the laws of God a sin, or is it bad? Read.
Nay, I had not known sin but by the law.
I did not know sin unless the law had said, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not take another man's wife, etc. Hey bro, shalom, good night. You have any questions where you understand what's going on? You ready? But do you know who you are according to the Bible? No, I'm here to edify you. I'm here for you. Yeah, man. Thanks, right?
Shall you see where we are going? For our sake I make this plea. For the seed some are sowing, destroy peace and unity, and it's showing, it is growing. Peace and love in any language will remain one and the same. Go in the world, no stopping. like a child.